Okay, so the security guard on the Sean Ryan show says the doctor came out and told me and the chief of staff, which I'm assuming is Mikey. I don't know who, but the doctor came out and told us that the bullet went in and didn't exit. It lodged into his vertebrae and then went down and hit the second. Okay, my question is, what doctor? You were at a level 3 trauma center. There's no surgeons there. Okay? There's no surgeons on standby. Okay? Because I worked at a level 3 trauma center in the ER, which we transferred and upgraded to a level 2, and we had to redo our trauma rooms for surgery. We had to have surgeons on call for trauma wounds like stabbings and gunshot wounds. Those types of things, we would normally stabilize the patient and fly them out to a level 1 trauma center, which I don't know why they didn't take him there. Anyway, what I'm saying is they took him to the hospital himself, right in the car, which means an ambulance didn't call over Medcom and say, hey, we're en route to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Triage level 1 means code in progress. They're trying to save his life, right? So when he gets there, the main thing they're trying to do, which they didn't get that call, right? Because he didn't come by ambulance. So we have no video of him going into the hospital, which is weird. Went in, the first thing they would try to do is get his pulse back, right? Save his life. Give him epinephrine, which they said they got a pulse back that was probably an EpiPulse. What surgeon went in the room and cut into him and said, oh yeah, the bullet is stuck there? No surgeon did that. There was no surgeon, because you would have to stabilize a patient and he would have to be alive to go into surgery. So none of that happened. He went in, they probably worked on him for a little bit, trying to revive him, and realized, yeah, he's already dead, and called it. And that's it. There's no surgeon at the hospital that saw Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry. I just don't believe it. The surgeon told me, the doctor told me, no ER doctor is going to cut into a patient unless they did imaging at the hospital on his corpse, because the first thing you're doing in the ER is trying to save his life and get him back to life. I mean, unless they're putting their finger in there, and in the ER they just went and cut open. But like I said, there's no surgeons on standby at a level 3 trauma center. It's not even a trauma center. It's a level 3 hospital for like abdominal pain, appendix, car accidents, but anything significant car accident or anything gunshot wound, trauma related, knife, would go to a level. We would stabilize them and fly them out. We wouldn't call in a surgeon. Certainly there wouldn't be one there on standby when they didn't even know he was coming in because he didn't come by ambulance. So the whole doctor told me, the doctor told us, that's BS. That is BS.